Hello, my dear students. I'm Dr. Prajna Mattehalli. I have explained many problems on depreciation, and today in this video, let me show some important problems of diminishing balance method. Okay, let us go with the problem now, and let us solve it with some interesting aspect. First, let us go with the problem, what is given here and how to solve it. That is the interesting area. So let us go with the slides, and I will show you the problem only. First, see here what is given. Depreciation on a machine is written off at 10% every year by diminishing balance method. Value at the end of 5 years, that is given in the problem, 90,345. What will be value at the end of 3 years? Here you are given with a value that is only for 5 years, and you have to calculate the value once again, that is for 3 years. How to do it? Okay, first let us have the formula. V is equal to P 1 minus I raised to the power of N. So what is V? It is given for 5 years, 90,345 is the V that we have to write. Then P 1 minus I how much? That is rate of interest is 10%. So 0.10. 1 minus 0.10 raised to the power of N. N we know that is for 5 years. So N is 5. So we have written everything. V we have written, N we have written, I we have written. We don't know P. We have kept P as P only. Okay. So V 90,345. P, that is P we don't know. Within the bracket 1 minus I, 1 minus 0.10 raised to the power of N, that is 5. So 1 minus 0.10, how much? That is 0.90 or 90. So 0.90 raised to the power of 5. And here we have to write the P, we have to take to that side, and we have to keep the 0.90 should be taken to that side. Then it becomes P is equal to 90,345 divided by 0.90 raised to the power of 5. Okay, let us keep it like that only, and let us go for second half of the problem, that is what will be the value at the end of 3 years. Here also we will get one equation for it. Value at the end of 3 years, that means V is equal to P1 minus I, that is 1 minus 0.10 raised to the power of 3, because N is 3 here. This is second equation. Okay, that is V is equal to P 0.90, that is 1 minus 0.10 is nothing but 0.90. So 0.90 raised to the power of 3. Here we have understood that P is equal to 90,345 divided by 0.90 raised to the power of 5. This equation already we have. And now the second equation is V is equal to 90,345 raised to the power of, that is the 0.90 raised to the power of 3, means how we will get it. Okay, how we will get it? So 0.90 raised to the power of 5, 0.90 raised to the power of 3. So it should be divided by. So when you divide the equations, both the equations, if you divide, then you will get as 5 minus 3, the difference is 2, that is 0.90 raised to the power of 2. So 90,345 divided by 0.90 raised to the power of 2. That is, if you do this 0.90 into 0.90 once again, then you will get 0.81. And 90,345, you divide it by 0.81, you will get as 1,11,537. That is your P. You will get the P as this. Okay, so this is how we have to calculate it. And let us go for one more problem so that it will be more clear for you. Depreciation on a machine is written off at 5% every year. So here I is given 0.05. And if value at the end of 12 years is given, that is 12,000, 500 is the value for 12 years. What was the value at the end of 8 years? Two equations once again you have to have. The P is not given, and with the help of V, we have to solve it. V is equal to P 1 minus I raised to the power of N is the formula. And for 12 years, what is the V? That is 12,500 is equal to P when N is 12 years. So here 1 minus I is given, that is 5%. So 1 minus 0.05. What is 1 minus 0.05? That is 0.95. So 0.95 raised to the power of 12 is equal to 12,500. That is what the first equation, we can call it as first equation. And equation number 2 is for 8 years when N is equal to 8. Then we have to calculate the value for it. What will be the equation? Here it is being minimized. P one side we have taken, another side 12,500 divided by 0.95 raised to the power of 12. This is the equation now. And what is the second half of the problem? Value at the end of 8 years we have to calculate. That is V is equal to P 1 minus I raised to the power of 8. That is the formula. Here what is given? 1 minus I, that is 1 minus 0.05 raised to the power of 8. So 1 minus 0.05 is nothing but 0.95. 0.95 raised to the power of 8 we can have, isn't it? Here P, what is P? That is 12,500. Here V, we have to put the value of V we have to calculate. That is, we don't know the value of P, isn't it? P we have calculated as 12,500 divided by 0.95 raised to the power of 12. That we are keeping as the value of P here. 12,500 divided by 0.95 raised to the power of 12. That we have put here, the value of P. So minimize it, and here 0.95 raised to the power of 8. Here 0.95 raised to the power of 12. How much it will become? 12 minus 8, that means 0.954 will be remained. And 12,500 divided by this. So 12, if you do this one, 0.95 raised to the power of 4, you will get the value as 0.81450625. So 12,500 should be divided by this, and you will get 15,346 as the value. So go with the solutions once again. Once again, you go for the explanations and you will understand how we have solved it. Okay. And my dear students, I would like to solve one more problem so that it will be more clear for you. And let us go with the problem once again, how we have solved it. It is very simple problem, and I will explain you how we have solved it. And let us go with the problem first and also the explanation. See here, what is the problem? Value of a machine reduces to, that means V, that is 2,60,867.48 in 4 years, that is N is equal to 4 years, by diminishing balance method at 12%, that is I is equal to 0.12. What will be its value at the end of 7 years? So at the end of here 4 years is given, and at the end of 7 years is asked. So this is the formula. V is equal to P 1 minus I raised to the power of N. So value at the end of 4 years is given and 7 years is asked. So 7 minus 4 is 3. So further 3 years is to be calculated. 4 years we know, further 3 years we have to calculate. So let us first have the formula. V is equal to, what is P? That is 2,60,867.48. This is after 4 years. So after 4 years, this is left out. And after 4 years, this will be the P, because you have to calculate for 3 more years now. So 1 minus 0.12 raised to the power of 3. 3 more years we have to calculate. So here our value will be calculated. 1 minus 0.12 means 0.88 raised to the power of 3. So 0.88 into 0.88 into 0.88. Then the value is 0.681472. These both the things, P and this one, has to be multiplied, and you will get the value as 1,77,773.88. This is for after 7 years. What is the V? So 4 years was given and 7 years was asked, and we have calculated for 3 more years, and we have reached the value. So, dear students, I hope you have understood how we have solved the problem, and I request you to give me the feedback for improvement. And in my next videos, I will discuss many more problems. Thank you.